Hi, hello everyone. You're welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to have you all here. You're welcome. Please, I hope you all can hear me. If you can hear me, kindly type that you can hear me. Let me know we are all together. Can you all hear me? Oh, great, beautiful. You are welcome. How was your day? How are you all doing today? Thank you so much for making it here. Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you. I really appreciate having you here. I hope your day was not as stressful as mine because mine was pretty stressful. Yeah, I can tell. Indeed. In fact, a day without the hassles and bustles, rather, is as if it's not a normal day. It is well. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Please tell others that something great is happening here. Okay, if you have friends, family, loved ones that you would like to invite for a training such as this is the time for you to share the link. Tell them what is happening at MedTest Snail Farm channel here on YouTube so they can also log in and benefit from today's training. All right. Thank you all so much once again for being here. I'm so excited to have you all here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It's good that the network is great. Thank God everyone can hear me. I'm so happy everyone can hear me. So, without much wasting of our time, I would just like to dive right into the training, right? The reason why we are all here, and which is soilless snail farming. All right. So let's quickly get into it. Soilless snail farming. Please let me know when you can see my screen. All right. Let me know when you start seeing my screen. Okay. Okay. You can see my screen, right? How about now? Some person say not yet. Okay. How about now? Hope you can see my screen. Okay. All right. That's beautiful. You can still see me. I'm just by the corner. Screen the slide to take over the screen, okay? So that you can be seeing what I'm showing you as well. Don't worry, my black beautiful face is just by the corner. All right, so once again, welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's training on soilless snail farming. Now, before we get into it, I would like to tell you that the comment section is your friend. Okay, you know, on YouTube, while I'm talking, you cannot talk back, but you can actually type. Okay, so that you can tell me what is going on. When I talk or when I ask for some things, you can reply with your chat box. Okay, so your fingers and then your chat box is your friend, right? So that's how we're going to be communicating. So please don't hesitate to always respond when questions are asked or an interactive session gets to that point. Okay. So, this training is all about how you can discover the easiest ways to make good profit from snail farming without the use of the soil. Okay, now because the soil is not involved, it reduces a lot of stress from snail farming, and you can actually start without big investment. You know, the economy we have right now, for you to start up a business that can fetch you millions of naira in a few years or a year plus, or maybe in 2 years or a year, you will need millions of naira as well, right? But not in snail farming. Snail farming, you can start relatively small and then grow, expand, and enlarge from there. Okay, so you can start small, You can start from your backyard, you can start from your balcony, you can start from your kitchen, a spare room in your house, your parlor, your room, anywhere at all. Because snails do not smell, neither do they make any noise. So it's easy for you to start snail farming around your vicinity. Okay. Now, in the next few minutes, right, you're going to be learning a few things, and I'm going to tell you the things that you will be learning. Number one on the list is how to start and grow a successful snail farm business using the Soilless method. Okay. Now, if you've never heard of it before, or if you've never farmed snails before, you can still do this method and do it perfectly. Okay. Now, another thing you're going to be learning is the wealth that can be harnessed from snail farming. How much money can be made? Now, we're talking about the things you're going to learn from this tonight's webinar. All right. You're going to learn about the amount of money that can be made from snail farming. You're also going to learn about the A to Z of snail farming, things like the different houses that we have in snail farming. All right. uh who is snail farming for? You're into one business or the other, maybe you're doing a job, you would like to know if snail farming is something you can do. You learn about that. Then the different, okay, we're talking about the different houses. You're also going to learn about the different species that we have, okay, that we farm on here in Africa. You're learning about that as well. You learn about the benefits of snail slime, the benefits of snail slime. You know that slurry substance that comes out of snails? Yes, it's called the slime. So you're going to learn about that in this training as well. Now you're going to learn about how to set up a snail farm on a budget this year, 2025. Thank God the year is just beginning, so it's a good time for you to start up a profitable business that will fetch you money in no time. All right. And then you're going to learn other ways that you can make money from snail business. It's not just the farming of snails that you can make money from. You can also make money from other means, okay, within the snail business. All right. So, oh, I like this class. I love this class. I have not even gotten to that point. Some people are already writing ready. Yes. So if you're ready for us to dive into all of this and you're excited to go on this journey with me, please type ready in the comment section. I would like to see your responses. At least it encourages me and it tells me that yes, people are here and they are ready to learn. All right. So go ahead and type ready in the comment section. I'll be waiting for you. Ready, 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 ready. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of readies. Yes, that is beautiful. Thank God you're all ready and we're ready to go on this beautiful journey. Now, I'd like to ask you a few questions, a quick question rather. Where do you think you fall under? Now, I have four different categories on this board, so I would like to know where you fall under. Now, you're somebody who is looking for extra income, or you just want to escape from the 9 to 5. Okay, we just talked about the hustle and the bustles. Or you're already into farming, but you're struggling. Okay, or you just not ready financially, or you just want to be financially free, you want financial freedom. Please let me know which one you fall under: number one, number two, number three, or number four. Which one is your category? You're just looking for something that would fetch you extra income, or you just want to run away from the 9 to 5. Okay, somebody says number four. Okay, you're looking for extra income. Great. Number one, number two, number four. Financial freedom. Great. Beautiful. All right. Now that you're being honest with me, you've typed what you want and why you're getting into snail farming. Let's continue. All right. Okay. Just give me a minute. All right. You might want to be asking yourself, why should I listen to this woman? Okay. Now, definitely you need to listen to somebody who has value to offer, right? So why should you listen to me? First of all, I have over 7 years of experience, both as a small scale farmer and as a large scale farmer. Before I got to the point where I have a greenhouse, concrete pens, the hutch boxes, and all of that, I started small, which is why from the beginning I told you you can start relatively small, right? So I have over 7 years experience both as a small scale farmer and as a large scale farmer. And currently I sell between 3,500 to 4,500 pieces of snails every month. And that's just me being modest about it, because most months is even more than that. Let's take for instance this particular month we had about 3,000 snails that we supplied to a client in Bielsa. We had another 1,500 snails that we supplied to a client in Asaba. But that's just the major ones I'm mentioning now. I have another order on ground I'm supposed to send to Nasarawa for 1,000 snails, and then another one is coming for 800 snails from Lagos. Those are just the major ones I'm calling, right? But even if these major ones are not coming in a month, I mean the ones that buy 500, 300, 200, those ones, when we accumulate them, it's around 4 5 about 3 5 to 4,500 pieces of snails every month. Okay. And I also currently help my mentees to sell up their mature snails, like especially the point of lace, because that's the one I sell mostly. You will learn about point of lace in the course of the training. All right. I also help my mentees, I connect them to export programs that would enable them to sell their snails, excuse me, that can enable them sell their snails abroad, and then for them to make good profit from it. Snails are very expensive, both locally and internationally. Those of you who eat snails, you can attest to that, right? Snails are very, very expensive, but it's nothing compared to how expensive it is when you export abroad and sell to make foreign currency. The snails that we sell one for 2,500 naira here in Nigeria is sold for around $3 to $4 in Western countries. Okay, sometimes even up to $5. And we all know the exchange rate of the dollar to naira. So when you do the maths, you know what you're making from snail farming. All right. So those are the reasons why you should listen to more. All right, moving on. Let me give you a little introduction about me. All right. My name is Mary Magdalene Igbanebo Finama Korazia. I always laugh when I introduce myself because I know most of you will be thinking like, what kind of long name is this? Well, I'm an Ijo lady, and that's how our names are long, and we love it like that. All right. I am the founder and the CEO of MegTest Enterprise, now MegTest Agros, okay, MegTest Agro and Consult, from where we got our MegTest Snail Farm from. All right. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I am a mother, not just a mother, to three lovely daughters. You will get to meet my daughters soon. All right. Okay. I own a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, a TikTok account, an Instagram account. All right. All named MegTest Snail Farm, because they are all dedicated to my snail farming produce. I also deal majorly on sale of snails, both in bags and in pieces, right? I also sell my own formulated feed, calcium, egg booster, ant and insect repellent. All right. I also major in setting up of snail houses, from the arch box to concrete pen to greenhouses, you name it. There is no housing system that my team and I don't construct. Okay. Another thing you need to also know about me is that I have trained well over 1,700 students in snail farming only in 2024 alone. And that's because I'm very passionate about this business, right? It gives me joy teaching snail farming. I i enjoy teaching snail farming. I enjoy eating snails. I enjoy farming snails. In fact, I enjoy everything about snails. Okay, so now that you have known a little about me, please go ahead and introduce yourself. You have heard about my name. My name is Mary Magdalene Igbanebo Finamakurazia. Okay, so please tell me your name and where you're from. Where are you from and what is your name? Please, if at any point in time you stop hearing me, don't hesitate to type in the comment section. Okay, I hope everyone can still hear me very well. So please go ahead and introduce yourselves. What is your name and where are you from? Please also like this live. Send your love, send your likes, all right? Send the love emojis. So please let me know your name. Let's get to meet ourselves. Your name. Okay, Tunde from Lagos, you're welcome. Oluwaseun from Abeokuta, We have a lot of persons from Lagos. Okay. Adeyinka from Ibadan, you're welcome. Lawrence, you say you're from where? Okay, you're also from Lagos. All right. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm seeing a name that sounds like a brother of mine, Ebipade. A wife. Okay. Ekirimo by also. Thank you. And the moment I saw Ebipade, I know, yes, this is my brother or my sister. Welcome. Yes. Neni from Abuja, you are welcome. Kehinde from Ibadan, Olusanya from Calabar, you are all welcome. Thank you so much for being this interactive. It helps a lot. Makes me know that okay, so number of persons are listening to me, and it makes the work a lot easier. Yes, I told you I'm from Bayelsa State, but I currently reside in River State, Port Harcourt to be precise. All right. Okay, so those of you in Port Harcourt and its environs, your snail farmer is here. All right, so let's continue. Now, another thing I presume that you might be facing is that you're very busy, okay? You're a busy worker looking for a profitable side also that you can start, or you're someone that is interested in farming business, but you can't deal with the stress that comes with snail farming. Now, this is for those who might have interest in snail farming, but they are skeptical, like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Can I do it? Can I not do it? Or maybe you are a snail farmer already and you're looking for a better or more profitable way to farm your snails. Please go ahead again and type which one you belong to. Thank you all so much for introducing yourself. Please type the one you belong. Oh, Mandu from Akwa Ibom. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, I won't be able to mention everyone. If we do, we will not close this training in time. All right. I see you all. I notice you all. All right. Thank you so much for being here. So please, which one do you belong to? You're a 9 to 5 worker looking for a profitable side also. Snail farming is actually something you can do comfortably as a side also, and it can also be a full-time job as well if that is what you want. But it makes the work a lot easier even when it is a full-time job. All right. Or you're someone that is interested in farming, but you don't know how to go about it, or you just don't want to deal with stress. You know, when we hear farming, everybody just thinks the first thing that comes to their mind is farm. I carry ask, I carry cutlass. That would be stressful. Oh. That's the first thing that comes to people's mind. But snail farming is not like that. All right. That's one thing you should know. Snail farming is not like that. It's not that stressful. And I'm going to show you how and why and where to begin from. All right. Okay, now let's go into the business of today, which is snail farming. What is snail farming? Now, snail farming is professionally called eliciculture. First of all, or second of all, rather, I want you to ignore all of these big names, okay? Don't get discouraged by the big names that you hear. I will still simplify them. But you still need to know the terms and terminology of the business you're about getting into. So that is why I'm giving you the names that are professionally known for this business, okay? So eliciculture is the professional name of snail farming. So you can say, I'm a snail farmer, I'm an eliciculturist, or yes, you can call yourself that now that you're about to start a snail farm. All right. Now, what is this eliciculture? Eliciculture is the process of breeding or rearing of snails for commercial purposes in confined or controlled environments. Right. That's like the simplest definition you can give to snail farming. Now, this culture, it involves the management and taking care of snails in controlled environments such as snail farms, snailries, also known as snail pens. Now, when you see a snail house, it is either called a snail farm, a snailry, or a snail pen. All right? Did we all get that? Please call one name you can give to a snail farm or somewhere that snails are being reared, for me to know that you're hearing me. Somewhere that snails are being reared can be called what, and what. You can just mention one. Just mention one. Let me know that you're hearing me. All right. Now, this eliciculture is with the aim of producing snails for various purposes, and that includes both for food, for cosmetics, and for the pharmaceuticals. Okay. So you, as somebody who is going into this this thing called culture, you are called a snail farmer or an heliciculturist, like I rightly said in the beginning. Okay. Now, before now, yes, snail pen, a snail farm, a snailry, yes, those are the names of the houses where we keep our snails. Some persons might ask, okay, since I can do it in a room, will I just drop the snails on the ground and then start taking care of them? No. No, sir. No, ma. You would have to build a housing system for them, which are the ones we call the pens or the snailry or the snail house. Okay. So you that is into heliciculture, remember, heliciculture is the rearing and breeding of snails for commercial purposes in controlled environments. Okay, if you just go to the bush to pick up snails to come and sell, you're not a snail farmer. You're just a farmer that went into the bush to pick up snails. Okay, a snail farmer involves someone who is taking care of snails in controlled or confined environments. All right. So, moving on. All right. Yes, Snailry. This class. I love this class. I love this class. So, let's talk about the two types of snail farming that we have. We have the intensive system and we have the semi-intensive system. Now, like I said, don't mind the big, big names. So, intensive simply means you can do it inside your house, indoors, right? It can be in your room, it can be in your kitchen, it can be in your veranda, it can be in your toilet, anywhere at all. Okay. Now, semi-intensive simply means the opposite of the intensive. It can be done outdoors. All right. But though the thing about snow farming is that you always have to provide an overhead shade for them, depending on the housing system you're going for, anyways. Okay. So those are the two different housing farming systems or snow farming types that we have. For the intensive system, that you can do indoors, you can use things like basins, buckets, drums, tires, okay, etc., etc. All right. Now, these housing systems, you don't just go and buy a basin in the market and then just start. There is a way you construct that basin. Yes, you're buying the basin in the market, but there's a way you construct this basin so that first of all, your snails do not escape, and then secondly, so nothing harms your snails in those buckets, right? So those are some of the housing systems. Now, in this case, now in this scenario, a bucket is a snailry or a snail pen. A tire is a snail pen. A basin is a snail pen. A drum is a snail pen. All right. Now, for the semi-intensive system, you can use things like the arch boxes. Okay, arch boxes are things that are constructed with either wood or, yes, mostly wood, anyways, wood. And then you can go for the concrete pens. That's the one that is done with blocks, or the greenhouse system. Although the greenhouse system involves the soil. Okay, so for soilless system, basically the concrete pens and the arch boxes. So those are the two housing systems, sorry, the two farming systems that we have in snailry or in snail farming. Now, there are some facts about snail farming that I would like you to know as a beginner, because I'm already talking to you like people who are starting their snail farms in no time, of which I know majority of you want to start your snail farms in no time. Okay. So as a beginner in this business, you need to know that snail farming is very, 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 very profitable. And that's because they are in high demand, all right, both here in Nigeria and in other countries like France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, the USA, but to mention a few. All right. And then another thing you need to know is that you can export your snails. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me. Please, someone get me water. Tessie? Sorry about that. Let me drink a little water. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So you need to know that you can export your snails. Okay. And for you to export snails, you don't need certifications like the Sun and NEPC. Now, people who are into exports, they understand these names that I'm calling. For you to export things out of the country, you need some certifications. But if it is snail that you're exporting, you don't need any of those. You don't even need NAFDAC registration for you to export snails. Give me a minute, please. A minute. Tessie? Teresa? nobody can hear me. Everybody has given me space because no, they don't want to disturb my class. Okay, let's just continue. You'll get to me. All right, so those are a few things you need to know as a snail farming beginner, right? You can export your snails without necessarily getting registered with any of these things, except you're adding other things. Then you can get those certifications that are required for exporting. All right. Another thing you need to know is that no much capital is needed. Now, don't get me wrong. In every business, there is the small scale, the medium scale, and the large scale, right? For you to start in a small scale, you don't need much capital. Okay, you don't need much capital. Now, let's take for instance the drum system. The drum system, because mostly it is the building of the houses that consumes a lot of money. Yes, nails are expensive for you to buy and start as well, but because of the economy we are in right now, building of the houses are a lot more expensive now than it used to be when we first started. Okay, so let's take for instance the drum system. Now, the biggest drum I have in my farm should be around 180 to 200 liters, right? Now, that drum right now is at most 11,000 naira, or maybe from 11 to 15,000 naira thereabout. It was around 3.5 to 4.5 before, but as everything is changing, the prices have hiked up. But imagine you get like three or four of that and your farm is set, right? Your housing system is set. Now it's left for you to buy your snails, buy their feeds, and then you start. Okay. Another thing I need you to know is that you can do snail farming as a part-time business. That's how I started. Okay. When I started snail farming, I was actively working as a human resource manager in my company. Okay. While I was doing snail farming by the side. Okay. I'll come back from work, take care of my snails. I sleep in the morning. I remove their leftover feeds, and then I go to work again. Because you feed your snails once in a day, and that's within around 6 to 7 p.m. in the evening. So whatever you are doing, you can do snail farming. Somebody says, I love farming. I love it too. In fact, I love it a lot. Okay, so those are a few things you need to know as a snail farmer. Okay, you can start part-time. So don't tell yourself that because you're busy doing one thing or the other that you cannot go into snail farming. Remember when we started, I told you I would tell you the different species that we have, that we farm on here in Africa. I'm going to mention just a few. There are plenty of them, but I'll mention the major ones that we farm on. Okay, now number one of them is the Achatina marginata. Okay, we fondly call it the AM here in Nigeria. Okay, it is the AM. Though this AM has it has two subspecies that are mostly farmed, the AMO and the AMS. And AMO simply means Achatina marginata ovum, and then the AMS means Achatina marginata sutoralis. Now, this AMS can give you around 40 to 80 eggs per breeding season. One of these snails. Okay, minimum it can give you is 30 snails. The minimum. Okay, that's what this snail can give to you. And this is one of Africa's giant land snails. Okay, it can grow big, though not as much, not as big as the AMO, but it grows very big as well. All right, it lays between 30 to 40 to 80 eggs every breeding season. Okay, now the next on our list, we're going to be talking about four different species in this training, and then I'll tell you the one that you can farm. If you're in Nigeria, the AM is the one you farm. Okay, either the AMO or the AMS is the one you go for. Now, the next on our list is the Helix espessa. This one is simply called a garden snail. It doesn't grow big, so we don't even farm it. We don't farm it. People pick it, children play with it, but it's one of Africa's giant land snails. Now, when you hear giant African land snails, the word giant makes you feel all of the snails are big in that category. No, they are not. Okay, this is also one of Africa's giant land snails, but it does not grow big at all. Okay, there are some in the category that grows big, which is one of it being the AM. All right, either the AMO or the AMS. Okay, but this Ellis espessa, it doesn't grow big at all. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so the next on our list, this particular snail gives you between 350 to 400 eggs. One snail in a breeding season. Okay, one snail will give you between 350 to 400 eggs in one breeding season. The next on our list is the Achatina achatina. Some people call it Achatina, some people call it Achatina. All are correct, but we fondly call it AA, or the Ghana tiger snail. Now, this particular snail is mostly reared in Ghana. Yes, it is here in Nigeria as well, but it rarely survives. Rarely. It dies a lot here in Nigeria. Okay. It lays around 600 to 800 eggs per breeding season. It even goes beyond, but averagely between 600 to 800 eggs per breeding season. One of this snail. Okay. And though it also dies a lot, okay, unlike the other ones, others also die from time to time, but this one, the death rate is massive, especially when it comes to Nigeria. So it's Ghanaians that rear this one more, and this is also one of Africa's giant land snails, and it's actually a giant. It grows very, 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 very big. All right. So if you're a student here, if you're listening to me and you're in Ghana, this is your guy. This is the guy you're going to be farming. All right. Now, the next on our list is the Achatina folica. You see this guy? This guy doesn't grow big, okay? And he lays a lot. But you know the benefits of this guy? Even though it doesn't grow very big, this snail is rugged. This snail can withstand any pressure. This snail does not die anyhow. This snail can give you between 800 to 1,200 eggs per breeding season. Its eggs are very, very tiny, but they lay. This snail can lay a lot. Okay, but the downside is it doesn't grow big. Another major thing about this snail is that this snail gives you slime like no other. Okay, now some persons go into snail farming for different purposes. Some go into the snail farming for the slime of it. You extract slime in gallons, jerry cans, and then you sell. I think the last time I sold slime, a liter of slime was around 120,000 naira, 1 liter. Yes, and that was like 3 years ago. Yeah, because the slime industry is not something you get easily, just like the flesh aspect of it. But if you have one contract is one contract, if you know what I mean. Yes, so the slime is very expensive. I remember when I got a cream, a facial cream actually. I got a facial cream that should be yay high. Yes. I don't think it should be more than this. Yeah. But this thing was expensive. I think I bought it for either 25 or 28,000 naira. Yes, very, very expensive because it was made out of snail slime. It smoothens the face, it reduces the appearance of stretch marks. A lot of things are used for the snail slime of it, right? And this snail is what gives you a lot of slime. And contrary to public opinion or popular opinion, people think you have to kill snails for you to extract slime. That's not true. Okay, that is not true at all. You can actually bring out one set of snails, extract their slime, put them back in their pen. Next month, you bring them out, that same snail extract slime again, and nothing will happen to them. They will still be laying as they ought to. Okay, they will still survive as they ought to. Nothing will happen to the snails. Okay, so that's for the four different species that I promised I was going to talk about. So if you're in Nigeria, you're farming the AM, which is the Achatina marginata, right? If you're in Ghana, you're farming the Achatina, which is the AA. Okay. Now, if you are in Nigeria or if you are in Ghana, but mostly in Nigeria, and your purpose for going into snail farming is the slime, then this is your guy, the Achatina folica. Okay, fondly called AF. You can just call it AF or you call it folica, even if you don't call the Achatina, because that name can be quite difficult for some persons, which is what I understand. All right. Okay, so next on our list is, what if I told you that you can actually make up to 500,000 naira monthly from your backyard? All right. Yes, from your backyard. You don't need to lease a land or buy a land for you to start making this kind of money. But disclaimer, it is not something you make immediately. All right. Now, the only reason you can make immediate money from snail farming is if you're not farming it, you just want to buy and resell. Yes, you can start making money immediately. But if you want to farm the snails for them to produce for you and then you start making money from it, you have to give it time. All right. So you can make up to 500,000 naira monthly. That's just putting it mildly. I don't want to call too many big figures so you don't get scared. But those figures are actually real when it comes to snail farming. All right. Now you don't need massive space, like I said. You don't need to go and hire a land or buy a land. You don't need massive investment. You can start pretty small. But like I said before, every business has the small scale, the medium scale, and the large scale. So somebody who is making millions in large scale cannot be compared to someone who just started with small to grow from there, right? There are stages to this thing. Okay. Now you can do all of this while you keep your current job intact. You don't have to leave your job. Does it sound too good to be true? Well, if it does, let me prove it to you. All right. Now, first of all, there's a very massive demand for snails, both internationally and locally. Okay, give me a minute, please. I think my system is on the charger. All right, sorry about that. There's a massive demand for snails, both locally and internationally. Yes. Now, the industry, this snail industry is worth over $12 million. Is it 12 billion, sorry, $12 billion. And it has a consumption rate of about 450,000 tons annually. In fact, that one is worldwide. Let's come to Nigeria. It is reported that the annual demand for snails in Nigeria is around 7.5 million kgs per year. How many kg do you think it can supply? You see the reason why snails are always very expensive and they are very rare. You can hardly find big snails in the market. You see the reason the demand is so higher than the supply, which is why we want you all to come into snail farming and fill up that gap of the supply. All right. Now, this opportunity, it is open for any and everybody. Anyone can do snail farming. You don't need special skills. You just need to be trained in the right way. Okay. So if you see the opportunity in this, I love this class. So I love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. I've not even gotten there. My people have started typing the opportunity. Opportunity. Thank you so much. You people are just gladdening my heart. Yes, there's great opportunity in snail farming. Massive opportunity, I tell you. Massive opportunity. All right, let me tell you some few ways that you can make money from snail farming. Some persons might ask, how do I make money from snail farming? Remember, this is one thing I promised you in the beginning as well, right? Now, you can sell your snails to snail farmers at point of lay stage. Okay. Nobody wants to get me water. Excuse me, please. Teresa! No one can hear me. This is serious. Let me call them. Somebody say we want to see the Teresa that's not listening to. I think the generator is on, so she can't hear me. Okay, while that is going on, so let's continue. You can sell your snails at point of lay stage, okay, back to snail farmers. Now, you as a beginner in snail farming, the sizes of snails you need to start your farm are called point of lays, or you call them breeders, okay? So when you start your own snail farm, you can also sell at that point to people who want to start their own snail farming. Now, mind you, those breeders are not big. First of all, you need to know that snails are very slow growing animals, right? Those breeders or point of lays, as we call them, are not big physiologically, but they are sexually mature to start laying eggs for the farmer. All right. And snails typically enter their point of lay stage from 6 months and above. All right. So in the next 6 months, you can start selling your snails. You can sell raw table sizes to market women. That reminds me, I have an order for table sizes. I almost forgot. Okay. So you can sell at table sizes to market women, even the smaller ones they buy. Because if you go to our markets these days, you hardly see snails that are even big. Okay, you can sell the mixture. Okay, like me, when I sell the bag of snails, I mix them, small and large, medium and large. Okay, depending on the amount. So you buy and then you shade to your preference and sell. All right, you can also sell in different sizes in bags to retailers, which is what I just explained right now. All right, you can supply to factories. food processing companies, both here in Nigeria and abroad. You can sell the snail slime to cosmetic companies. All right. Now you can also get agents that will be getting these deals for you, especially when it comes to the slime. You can get agents that will get these deals for you, and then they have their own commission after the deal is struck and um, the supply has been made, right? So those are a few ways that you can make money from snail farming. So don't think that farming is anything difficult. The farming is not difficult. The selling is not difficult. Why? Because people want to eat snails. Now, another major way is to do export. Export is the major thing. All right. One major way you can be making cool cash from snail farming is export. Okay, exportation. I explained to you from the beginning. I went now. The demand for snail meat, I've already talked about it in the international market, right? Especially in African restaurants abroad. Okay, now they cannot buy, most of them cannot buy directly from us here. So they buy from those African restaurants or African shops abroad, all right? Snails are also very popular ingredients for beauty and pharmaceutical products. Okay, so this export opportunity is mostly for the slime aspect of it, for the pharmaceuticals and the beauty industry. I just talked about a serum, a facial cream that I bought that cost me like 28,000 naira for one very small size. Very small size. All right. Now, countries like France, Spain, and Italy are major countries that you can export your snails to. Now, before I forget, you remember the achatina? That's the Ghana tiger snail I talked about. That snail is considered as a pest in most countries, especially the US. Okay, they consider it as a pest. Now, if you all remember, I think 2 or 3 years ago, there was a surge in some Western countries where they said snails were invading their country. They were just busy killing the snails, that it's like a tsunami of snails just came. I was just here praying, you push should send those snails to us. But somehow it's the AA that was all over the place, and they actually consider that particular species as a pest. So if you're going into snail farming and you intend to export, you cannot farm the AA, okay? But you can farm it and then export to other countries. I know of the US as one country that prohibits the AA. Now, when you export your snails, they will ask for the botanical name of the snail, and the moment you give it to them, they will know if it is the one that is a pest or not. And you cannot lie to them because they will definitely make their investigations before they allow the snail into their shores. All right. So the export opportunities. I talked about jumbo snails. Right now, jumbo snails of about 18 months or let's say 2 years. Right now, that snail can be sold for around 2,800 to 3,000 naira. As at early December, our extra jumbo snails were sold for even up to 3,200. Some were even selling it 3,500. But now it's a little bit reduced. It's around 2,800, 2,900, 3,000. Now that particular snail is sold for up to $5 in the international community. So please let us do the math. Please do the math and drop it in the comment section. How much is $5 in naira? I think right now, $1 is around 1,700 or 1,600. Okay, let's use 1,600. I hope you can all still hear me. Okay, that's 1,600 times 5. That is 8,000 naira. 8,000 naira for one jumbo snail. One, just one. You can imagine. You can imagine. All right. Thank God all of you can hear me. Yeah, somebody said I should go and get the water for some sec. Yes, so I will. I will. I'll stand up. Don't worry. Thank you so much for caring. Thank you. All right. So those are the export opportunities that lie in wait for you if you decide to go into the export aspect of snail farming. All right. Now, I'm not an export expert, okay, but by virtue of me doing export, I have some few tips that I give to my students, but when it comes to the proper export of it, I introduce them to export experts that will train them properly for them to go into the business. All right. Now, I have more for you. You know, I've talked about snail farming, snail farming, snail farming, but there is one major issue that has been a concern to us snail farmers, and that is the soil. Now, ask any snail farmer. The number one issue we have is the soil. And it's even more difficult for beginners because if you don't get the soil right, you have not gotten your farming right. Okay, any little mishap in the soil leads to major mortality in your pen, in your snail farm. Okay, so the soil is the issue, but not anymore, because now we have the soilless system. So imagine there was a situation where we had so many issues surrounding snail farming that were all emanating from the soil, but now we have the soilless system. Wouldn't you want to hear about it? I know you want to. Majority of persons in this training actually came in here because it is a soilless system, because most of you have already heard about the soil system. Some of you have even gone into it as a business, but then some actually left, some stopped halfway because they are beginners and they couldn't handle the pressure that came with the soil. Right now, the soil in itself is not an issue, right? But you know, when you keep a soil in a confined environment, you're wetting that soil morning and evening, and then there are living organisms that are on top of that soil. If that soil is not in the right humidity, it leads to a lot of problems for the snails. Okay, so I have found a much better way, okay, which has given me more business, okay, making me, it has made me to make more money in snail farming, all right, and it has just been so easy. It's less stressful because you don't have to be changed. Now, mind you, in the soil system, you have to be changing the soil every maximum every 3 months. Maximum, you have to change that soil every 3 months. But in the soil system, there are no hassles like that. All right. So that's the good news I bring for you. I bring to you the soilless snail farming system. Now, what exactly is the difference between the soil system and the soilless system? We are about to find out. All right. Now, imagine a snail farm where there is no soil, okay, for you to manage, for you to be changing every 3 months. Now, there is no high mortality rate, and you can easily monitor your snails. A farm where you can produce healthy snails, clean snails, make consistent profit, and run the business with minimal effort. Yes, that is what soilless snail farming offers to you. It helps you to run your farm with minimal effort because there is no issue that comes with the soil. Okay, so you run your farm effortlessly, and that is exactly what you're going to be learning and what you're going to be getting from soilless snail farming. If you would love it, please type soilless. Yes, a lot of diseases come from the soil. Somebody says soil disease. Yes, because you're wetting that soil every time, a lot of bacteria come from that soil. Okay, so please type soilless. Yes, yes, that's it. Yes, soilless no farming, my people. That is the real deal. That is the new deal. And that is what is making me and my students smile to the bank every single week. All right. Now, let's talk a little about the soilless snail farming and the soil snail farming. Now, in the soil snail farming, you must change your soil every 2 to 3 months, like I stated earlier. But in the soilless system, there's nothing like that. You're not changing any soil because there's no soil. Voila. Now, in the soil system, the soil gets contaminated easily. Okay, which are the soil diseases that a fellow student of ours is talking about here. Okay, thereby causing several diseases and infections for the snails. But in the soilless system, there are no soil-related diseases, and it's those things are hardly experienced in the soilless system because yeah, there's no soil. All right. Now, in the soil system, the soil makes it very difficult for you to clean their poop. Now, you should know that snails do not smell, neither do they make any noise, but they poo, right? And for you to always keep your snail pen clean, you have to go in there, pick out the poop. Since they don't even smell, it's quite easy. okay, to remove their poop. But in the soilless system, you don't have to do that. You just pour water and everything is gone. You don't have to go in with your hand. You see the reason why I say it's made a lot easier. Okay, it's easier for you to clean the pen, which reduces the time that you spend daily at your farm while taking care of the snails. If it is in the soil system, you go there, you pick. Now, don't get me wrong, I still do the soil and the soilless system, right? That's because I've gotten experience. Okay, but for those who are just starting, majority of you are just new into snail farming, the soilless system is your best bet. Okay, now if you can do the soil system, fine and all right. But here is an easy, because I'm saying this because somebody said, but the soil system is working. I never said the soil system is not working, but a lot of issues and pressures come with the soil system, which you can actually avoid by going soilless. All right. Wouldn't you want to do things easier, at least a lot better and more stress, less stress for you? Okay. Now, in the soil system, snails bury themselves under the soil. So when you get there, sometimes you might not even see the snails. But in the soilless system, it is easy for you to monitor your snails because they are always bare for you to see. All right. The soil gets waterlogged easily and increases mortality. Now, you water your soil morning and evening. So you don't even know the quantity of water you're supposed to pour in it. All right, because climate changes take place, the weather changes, and then maybe you poured water in the morning because the weather was a little bit hot, and then during the day it rains and then everywhere is cool, and then you need to water it in the evening again. Before you know it, that soil has waterlogged, and that waterlogging can lead to a lot of mortality. Okay, so but in the soilless system, there is no issue of water logging. In fact, we use even more water in the soilless system than the soil system. All right. Now, in the soil system, eggs are not easily detected because snails usually bury their eggs inside the soil. Now, which that is a good thing, but because you're wetting the soil every day, the eggs end up getting damaged, because where you're incubating your eggs, you're not supposed to be wetting it every day. So at the end of the day, you end up damaging the soil, the eggs in your snail pen, because you're wetting it morning and evening. If it's during the dry season, you wet it morning, afternoon, evening, and then those eggs that are buried under the soil keep receiving water every day, and then they get damaged. And if your eggs are getting damaged, that means your farm is not growing, because it is these eggs that will turn to snails that will grow and then for you to sell, right? Excuse me. But in the soilless system, it's very easy for you to locate the eggs. We're still talking about the differences between the soil and the soilless system. The soil and the soilless system. All right. Another thing, predators usually hide under the soil. All right. And it causes a lot of damage in the soil system. But in the soilless system, you can see everything. Things like ants. In fact, there's not nowhere for them to hide. Yes, there are mulching materials, but it's very difficult for them to hide under those mulching materials, so you can spot them easily. All right, snails are always dirty when it comes to the soil system because of the soil anyways. Okay, but in the soilless system, the snails are always neat and easier to handle. You will love handling them in the soilless system. Survivability is quite low, especially for beginners in snail farming when it comes to the soil system. But for the soilless system, the survivability is high for your snails, okay, because it's easier for you to handle them. Now, soil system discourages beginners a lot because is my soil okay? Is my soil in the right humidity? Is my soil? But in the soilless system, it is easy to maintain, especially for beginners, because you don't have to think of whether the soil is over wet or is not over wet. All that calculation is gone. All right. Benefits. All right. Benefits of the soilless system. Please, I would like to know, are you getting value for this training? Please, if you are getting value, kindly go ahead and type value in the comment section. Thank you. Please, if you're getting value, there are a lot of things I have said here that majority of you have not heard before. Okay, so please type value if you're getting value. Oh, 1 7. Okay, a dollar is around 1 7, right? That's 8,500. Okay, mathematicians are here. Oh. That's 8,500 for one snail. You can imagine one major big snail. We call it the extra jumbo. All right. Yes, value, value, value. I know you're getting value. Yes, that's good. Now, I went from losing over 40 to 50% of my snails to now less than 10%. All right, less than 10% of my snails die. Now, one thing you ought to know is no matter how good you are as a snail farmer, some of your snails will die. Okay, some will always die no matter how good you take care of them. But then when it now has to do with external forces like the soil or you not doing the right thing, in fact it will increase. Naturally, as a snail farmer, we factor in 25 to 30% mortality if you're doing everything right. That means if there are some things you're not doing right, it will even skyrocket to even 50 or 60%. And let's say you start with 1,000 snails, you're seeing about 600 dead snails. Of course, it will not happen all at once, all right? But it will be happening as it goes. Maybe 50 die today, 10 die tomorrow, this one that is majorly from the soil. But from when I started doing the soilless farming, I started experiencing things like maybe a farm where I have like 3,000 snails. I'll be experiencing things like maybe one or two dead snails in a month. It drastically dropped. Okay, drastically dropped. Now, let me tell you what changed my whole scenario, or rather, we'll come back to this. Yes, we'll come back to what moved me from the soil to the soilless system and the journey it has been so far. Okay, we'll come back to that. So let's just go, let's continue. All right, let's talk about the huge profit potential in snail farming, especially with the soilless farming. You can turn a small space into a profitable business. Some persons are asking me, can I do this business in my house? Yes. Snails do not smell. Even your neighbors will not know that you're into snail farming until you bring your snails out. Okay, majority of them will not know, except they work, maybe you're doing it at your backyard, so some of them are walking down there so they can see it. Now, generating consistent income with minimal maintenance. Are you ready to tap into this lucrative market? If you're ready, please type ready again. Type ready in the comment section. Snail farming is high. In fact, if you doubt me, go to your local market. Okay, go to your nearby market and find out the prices of snails. First of all, they are very expensive and you hardly see big snails. Hardly, because the market is always ready to pick up now. Those of us who are farming it, they're not even allowing us to grow it to the big sizes. And any small, they have picked it. As it grows, they have picked it. So you hardly see them. If somebody calls now and say, I need, it's very true. Let me get the water. I need that water. Please give me a minute. All right. Sorry about that. I needed to get this water. Oh, all right. This is beautiful. I feel good. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so that is the kind of potential that is in snail farming. Okay, because the market is always ready. You don't have any issue of will I be able to sell my snails? Nana, you don't have any problem with that at all because the demand for the snail is always higher than the supply. All right, so it has very huge potential. Wow, I like this. Ready? Yeah. I love the ready. Now, how can you start a soilless snail farm? What do you need for you to start a soilless snail farm? Number one, you need to get properly trained. Okay? As a beginner in this business, you need proper training. Number two, you need to set some money aside for you to start this business. Every business requires money. All right. And then not just that, depending on the level you want to start, set your money aside like that. You want to start making big from us, set your money aside like that. Now, the good thing about it is if you're being properly trained by me, I give you specifications on how to go about it depending on the capital that you've set aside. Okay, now you build appropriate housing system for your snails. Now these are the steps you go through for you to start a profitable soilless snail farming. Okay, what's number one? You get properly trained. Number two, you set some money aside. Number three, you build an appropriate housing system. Number four, you sterilize the mulching materials I will be using. Now, I will tell you all about mulching materials. Mulching materials are mostly sacks and dry plantain leaves, all right? And then you go ahead and purchase your breeders, which are the point of lay stage, which are the point of lays, all right, for you to start your snail farming. Mind you, you're not advised to buy snails from the market, neither are you advised to pick snails from the bush to start a snail farm. I'll tell you why. You know those snails in the market, they have kept them there under the sun, under the rain. First of all, you don't know their age. You don't know, because you cannot just pick a snail and then know the age of that snail. It's not possible. You cannot just pick up a snail and then know the age. Okay. So if you go to the market to buy snails for you to start your snail farm, you don't know if they have stopped laying, or if they have started laying, or if they will even lay anytime soon. So the best place you're to get your snail farm, your snails from for you to start your business are snail farmers. And remember who a snail farmer is: somebody who is into culture, rearing snails in a controlled environment. Those of us who are big into the snail farming business, we segment our snails. Like the snails that hatch this month, we're keeping them in one place. The ones that hatch next month, we're keeping them. So we know the ages of our snails per time. All right. Then after purchasing your breeders, which are your point of lays, you then go ahead to purchase calcium, formulated feed, egg booster, and then ant and insect repellent, and you are ready to start your snail farming business. All right. These are the 6 different things you need to put in place for you to start a successful snail farming. Now, are you ready to turn your backyard into a money making machine with this soilless system? If your answer is yes, please type yes in the comment section. You know, I told you from the beginning, the comment section is how me and you are going to be communicating, right? So please don't get tired of typing. Do not get tired of typing. Yes, 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 yes. I love my class. I love, you guys are the best. I love this class. Yes, 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 yes. You're just so energetic. You're just so lovely. Thank you. I love, love, love this class. All right. Now that you have said yes, let's move to the next thing. Let me introduce you to the MechTest Soilless Snail Farming Program. Now, imagine a business that can fetch you up to 500,000 naira monthly and even more, right? You don't actually believe that it is a business that you can learn in just under 1 hour, right? You need proper training. Give me a minute. I don't know. Figure it out. Okay. So you need proper training, all right? And that this training might take days, okay? It might take up to a week or even more than a week, okay? So you need proper training by someone who is already making money from this business, not just talk. No, not just go on YouTube and watch a few videos. No, you need someone who is already making money in the business. So that is where the MechTest Soilless Snail Farming Program comes into play. I take you on a journey where I teach you for days. We do live sessions, we do video trainings. You learn all the nitty gritties that are needed for you to succeed as a soilless snail farmer. Now, here is everything you're going to be learning from this program, everything you'll be learning, right? In module 1, we talk about the foundations of soilless snail farming, right? Like what is soilless snail farming, the benefits of soilless snail farming, advantages of soilless snail farming, how to start a soilless snail farm business on a budget, understanding the different types of housing systems. Now that will come with both pictures and how you can construct them, videos on how you can construct them, right? How to set up a farm with plastic drums and buckets for small spaces, right? Now, all these are things you'll be learning in the MechTest Soilless Snail Farming program, all right? How to take care of your, how to take good care of your snails, recommended food and drinks that you should be giving to your snails, proper feeding techniques. There is a way you feed your snails, right? proper feeding techniques that would help your snail shells to grow and then for your shells to be strengthened. You know, snails are inside the shell, and the snail can only grow to the proportion of the shell. The snail cannot outgrow the shell. So you need things that you'll be giving to the snails for the shell to expand so that the snail meat inside can also expand. I also teach you how to build hutch boxes for soilless system, all right? How to control pests and predators using our organically made ant and insect repellent. Are we still here? Are you seeing everything you're going to be learning from this Mecte snail farming, soilless snail farming program? Okay, now there is more. You're also going to be learning where and how you can obtain the right species for your farm. Okay, you will learn how to incubate your eggs that you will have up to 95% hatchability. All right, how to care for your baby snails, that's your hatchlings, so that you can promote optimal growth. Because if your snail hatchlings are not being well taken care of, because they are quite tender and they die a lot, so if you don't take good care of them, your farm will not grow, because those are the things that will make your farm to expand and they start giving you money, right? Now you also learn why snails stop laying and how you can improve their egg production. That is not all. You also will learn how to extract snail slime for both commercial purposes and for the cosmetic industry. All right. You learn sales strategies, how you can be selling, what time you should sell your products for maximum profit. All right. Stress for the secrets of long-term soilless snail farming management. All these are things you're going to be learning from this program. But like I said, it is not all. We still have more. I have some exclusive bonuses for those that will be upping on this MegTest Soilless Snail Farming program today. All right. Now, for bonus one, I have about three bonuses to give to you. For bonus one, you get access to me, all right, to ask questions for up to 3 months after I have trained you. Okay, that's bonus one. Bonus two, now, in this, first of all, in this bonus one, for the 3 months, that's where you get support. What should I do? Where would I get the snails? How many snails do you think I can get? This is the amount I have. How many snails do you think I can get? This is where you get this kind of support. Okay. Now, there is still more. Okay. First of all, before we go further, let me show you a little about people who have gone through this training before and what they have to say. You know, I've talked about the first bonus that you will get from this program. That is if you enroll in this program. That is the Meg Test Soilless Snail Farming Program. If you enroll in that, after all of that that I've talked about, you will also get the bonuses that I've given you one bonus. But before we go to the other two bonuses, let me show you what others are saying about this snail farming. All right. Okay, this person says, Madam Mary is the best lecturer I have ever met. If all lecturers are like her when it comes to teaching, I think 90% of students will not involve themselves in exam malpractice. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. All right, next person here says, now I can't take all of them. I have trained well over 1,700 persons, almost 2,000 persons. So I can't take all of their testimonials. If you want testimonials, I will give you a truckload of testimonials. But I just picked a few for you to know that a lot of persons have gone through this training and they are doing very well and they have a lot of good things to say about the program. Now, somebody says, some persons will say, if this is an online training, me, I don't understand things too much for online. Are you sure I will understand? All these are people who did the online training. Okay. When I teach you, you don't need another teacher. Yes, you don't need another person to come and teach you again. You will understand, digest, and assimilate everything that you need to know for you to become a successful snail farmer. That I promise you. All right. Now, so the next person says, "Good afternoon, Mrs. Mary. I am Evangelist John. Excuse me, Evangelist John Olajuju. Right? Okay, your student from Ekiti State. Sorry if I mentioned your name wrongly. Sorry, sir. Okay, I didn't know anything about snail farming before, but now I am really blessed by your mentorship. In fact, my snails are doing very well, although in small quantity. Okay, I can't see the other write-ups anymore, but this is somebody who did training with us, okay, and he bought the snails from us and he's doing very well with his snails. All right, now here's another person. This one says, good morning, I am one of your students from Edo State, Benin City. I can say that one of the good things, I think it meant to say good things that happened to me this year is by coming in contact with you. I have come across teachers, but you are different. Thank you. You are too much. The way you explained everything to us, even a layman can understand it. You poured out every of your knowledge about snail farming to us without reserving any. That's me. Oh, that's how I teach it, because the success of my students is my joy, is my glory, is my reward, right? All right, so okay, without reserving any, not minding the little amount we paid. Okay, people like you is what we need in our schools, organizations, etc. in this Nigeria. You are the best. I give you 95%. God bless you and your household. Thank you, ma. God bless you too. Okay, he didn't call his name. Okay, he didn't give his name. God bless you too. Thank you so much for your kind words. Okay, now, like I said, I have thousands of them. Some persons will give me up to three, four, 10 testimonials, especially the way he's doing them. I remember the day before yesterday when I sent out some snails to Delta State. The lady called and called, but I was in another conference call with a snail farmer in Cameroon. So I couldn't pick her call. When I later now picked the call, she was like, "Oh, my excitement has dropped. I wanted to call you that time that she just received her snails and she saw plenty eggs that came with the snails because they laid on transit to her place. So she was just overjoyed. She was all over the place with excitement, and she wanted to express her excitement, but I couldn't pick as at that time. So all these are testimonials that I have from my students, okay, of which I can't begin to read all. Okay, so we'll just take a few. All right, this one says, good afternoon. This one is from Engineer Olabisi. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I want to appreciate Coach Mary for uh our relentless efforts. Okay, the write-ups are not quite clear on my end, but you can see it from there, right? You can see it from there. Okay, in fact, you will enjoy her more. Okay, she's an outstanding woman. Thank you. I thank you so much for your kind words, the kind words that you have to say towards me. I really, really appreciate. Thank you so much. So these are a few of the testimonies of people who have gone through my trainings and all that they have to say. Okay, meaning you too can go through this training and you even have better things to say, because you will enjoy the training, and not just that, you will understand everything and you will succeed in this business. Okay, so let's go to the bonus number 2. Yes, go ahead. Now, bonus number 2. Please look after that girl very well. Okay, so bonus number 2, you're going to be learning how to formulate feeds. Okay, how to formulate feeds. Okay, you're also going to get a business plan based on your capital. You're going to get suppliers contacts. Okay, I have suppliers in some locations in Nigeria. I'm going to give you their contacts. Success template. I call it the success template because when you follow that template, success is the only thing that you achieve. Okay, nothing less than success. Okay, can you see how these resources would save you a lot of time, energy, effort? Can you see it? If you can see it, please write, yes, I can see. Yes, I can see. Oh, some people say the network is disturbing. We're so sorry. Please don't forget to like this. Like this. You missed the bonus number 1. Okay, let me take you back to bonus number 1. Somebody said he missed the bonus number 1. Okay, this is bonus number 1. You get access to me to ask questions and get answers to those questions for 3 months after the training. Okay, that is bonus number 1. All right. Oh, for those who are having network issue, please, network, don't disturb any of my people. Okay. Now, this is for bonus number 2. So next is the bonus number 3. market updates, okay, market updates and implementation support. Now, when I talk about market updates, I'm talking about I'm talking about um what is the snail market currently. Some persons, you start your business and you don't even know how much you want to sell your snails. I would give you the amount you sell your snails, so that you don't go and sell too cheap and you don't go and sell too expensively, so that at the end of the day people don't buy your snails. No, I'll give you the current market update, how to the amount you need to be selling your snails. All right, I'll give you that. That is the bonus number 3. And then exclusive bonus number 4. I told you it was just 4. It's not 4. It's more than it. I told you it was just 3, right? It's more than that. Now, bonus number 4 is live sessions. We have this training for 14 whole days. 12 days actually. 2 days will be for live session, and those 2 days for the live session are actually bonuses, right? You can do well with even the 12 days of training, okay, but I give you 2 extra days for live sessions. We segment it. After the first 6 days, we have first live session, then another 6 days of training, then another live session again. You can imagine 14 whole days we are locked in, we are together learning this thing, and there is no way you can get it wrong when you go through this kind of training. Yes. No, lack of. Just hold on. I'll send you through. Now, exclusive bonus number 5, we help you source for quality snails that are perfect for you to start your farm. Now, when people call me and tell me, Ma, I want to start, oh, please, I need point of lace. I'm making payment today, oh, and I want my snails tomorrow. No, that's not how it's done. Okay, you give me time to source the correct ones, the quality ones that will give you what you need to expand your farm in no time. Okay, so that's exclusive bonus number 5. Be truthful, be sincere. How much do you think this training is worth? Now, the core training itself, what I charge for the training, that's the 12 days, is 150,000 naira. Then the 2 live sessions, it's almost 2 hours per day. Okay, that alone is another 100,000 naira. The resource bundle I showed you, that is another 100,000. The market, the expert network that I will be putting you through is another 100,000 naira. Implementation support, that's the support I will be giving to you for you to kickstart, and then the 3 months of free support, that's another 50,000 naira again, even more. All right. So the total value of this training is around 500,000 naira, but I will not be charging you 500,000 naira. So I need you to tell me from your own good heart, from your own good mind, how much do you think this training is worth? Somebody says, what? She resides in Port Harcourt. Yes, I reside in Port Harcourt. Yes, I reside in Rumodumaya in Port Harcourt, right? But my farm is in Rumaholo, and my office is at Akwaka. So you can come to the office, you can come to the farm, okay? But you cannot come to my house. Don't mind me. You can come to the office, you can come to the farm. No, no. You can come to the office, you can come to the farm, okay? Anyone is okay. All right. So I'm waiting for your responses, please. How much do you think this training is worth? Be sincere, okay? Forget about the fact that the money is looking big, but please tell us, how much do you think this training is worth? I've told you the value of the training, of which you all will agree with me that yes, this training is that valuable. So tell me, how much do you think it is worth? I'm waiting for your replies. Okay. 1-1. Okay, somebody said 200K. Oh, okay. Igodo, that means you're in Port Harcourt, right? Okay, somebody say 250K, somebody say 150K. Please send in your ideas as to how much you think I should charge for this training. How much should I charge for the training? Please tell me. Okay. Madam Helen said that question, sef. The question hard, Abi. Somebody say more than 500K. Actually, yes, more than. Exactly. This is the hard part. Okay, if not that Nigeria is stuff, I understand. I understand. Now you can imagine somebody say it's even price. That is the truth. It's actually priceless because what I will be doing is pouring out all of me to you, all of me, all of my experiences, all of my knowledge to you. And somebody say 10K. Wow. Well, amount. You mean all of this should go for just 10K? Anyways, let us continue. Thank you so much for giving me your own opinion. I really wanted to hear from you, and let's continue. But don't worry, okay? I will not you won't be paying that amount, that actual value, which is 500,000. You won't be paying that actual value. Right? Remember, I told you we're going to go back to something later on, right? Yes, we'll soon go back to that. Let me ask you a question. What are you willing to invest for this kind of business? Okay, a business that will give you peace of mind about your financial future, right? Just imagine checking your account and you're seeing sometimes it happens to me a lot. When I say a lot, I will just be there. Maybe I'm doing something else. Alert comes in. I don't even know where it's coming from. Maybe it's later on somebody will now chat me up on WhatsApp and say, "Ma, I just paid in money to your account. Oh, I want snails. I want feed, or I want this." That's how beautiful and sweet this business is. Sincerely. Okay. This is a business that can make you turn your backyard to a wealth generating asset. Okay, just picture converting that your space. I know most of you already have your space in your head now. Okay, that your balcony or that free space in your kitchen or that free space at the back of your house or front of your house. Imagine turning that particular space now into something that will be fetching you money either on a weekly or monthly basis. Just imagine that. Imagine it for a second and let's move on. Okay, now you can grow stronger even in this uncertain economy. It is in this economy that snails are still very scarce to find, though, meaning people are buying it. Somebody would ask me, one snail for 2,800, will people buy it? People are buying it, my brothers, my sister. People are, but snail meat is sweet. Those of you who eat snail, you know now. Snail meat is sweet. Is the most proteinous protein that is out there that has no side effect. Even the fat is healthy fat. The fat in snails is healthy fat. People who are going into weight loss, snails is what they go for. It's just that it's expensive, so most people cannot afford it. But because people are buying it, it's still very rare. I'm telling you now, go to your nearby market and do your market survey, and you will let me know what you have found. Just go, excuse me, just go for a market survey and tell me what you find. All right. This business brings you fulfillment beyond just making money. There's something that happens to me, and my husband can attest to that. I'm not feeling fine. Hmm? I'm giving you a scenario now. I'm not feeling fine, but then a student of mine calls me and he or she wants to show me something in the farm. Ma, this is what is happening in the farm. This is like this. Like, let's go into a video call. Bram, you will see how that almost shaking woman will change to something else, and I will start typing. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, do like this. Oh, yeah. My husband will be like, I thought you were not feeling strong just now. Sometimes he will be the one like, you are not okay, oh, but you will not know because you are talking snail. That's that's the kind of fulfillment I get from snail farming. Sincerely, I get all the fulfillment that I need. No, not the one that my husband can give to me. Oh. Okay, so you see yourself monitoring or just mentoring others. First of all, I need you to know that those of you who are in this training right now, those of you who would want to go into this Mecte soilless snail farming journey with me, mind you, in a few years you will also be a trainer just like me, mentoring people, creating jobs, contributing meaningfully to the society at large, because you will now be a successful snail farmer. That is what this training offers. Okay, so I still ask, what is the kind of financial security that you will need? Okay, what is this financial security worth to you? All these that I have mentioned, you can become a trainer, you would start creating jobs, right? Right now I have so many persons working for me that I pay on a monthly basis because I have grown to the extent where I can not only do it myself. Okay, so you start creating jobs in this economy where everyone is looking for jobs. You are now an employer. You now contribute meaningfully to the society. You eat snail at will. Don't forget that one. Okay, so what is that kind of financial freedom worth to you? Is it 500K? Is it 300K? Is it 200K? Is it 100K? Let me know. Something that can be fetching you the money you need to be paying your bills. Let me know. Please don't forget to always type in the, somebody say 50K, but things are not easy. I understand. 500, I'm telling you, something that can fetch you the kind of money you need to at least do your basic things, your basic bills, pay your basic bills, and take care of your family. All right. This is what snail farming will offer to you. And I kid you not. I kid you not at all. Now, to join this Soilless snail farming program, you will only invest 50,000 naira. Bere, that's how my Yoruba people call it. 50,000. Bere, you won't go beyond that. Okay? For you to join this program, for me to train you for 12 good days, minimum 1 hour, between 30 minutes to 1 hour every day for the next 12 days, and then two live sessions, right? That will take from 1 hour to 2 hours for those 2 days. Okay, and then you joined the support system that I will also render support to you for another 3 months extra. And all you will be investing to get all of this training is 50,000 naira. Does it sound fair? Yeah, somebody says it's actually priceless, and it's true. Okay, but then I have an offer for you. Okay, an offer I call the launch offer. Okay, now this launch offer happens here and now as we're having this training. Okay, for staying to this time, because some persons have left, right? But you decided you are staying till the end of the training. And so, for staying to the end of the training, I'm giving you what I call a launch offer, or I call it the fast action takers offer. Okay. Now, this juicy offer that is for the launch, that is the launch offer or the fast action takers offer, is only for 30,000 naira. All right. That means I'm cutting off 20,000 naira for you. 30,000 naira if you're making payment while this webinar is still on. Okay. Somebody say, then give us the account. I will give you the account. Don't worry. I will. Don't worry. Calm down. I will. It's good. Yeah, it is. It's good. When you're being sincere, I like it. It's good. Thank you. Thank you too. Somebody say, yes, it's a good offer. Thank you. Thank you. So the price to join this training is actually 50,000, but for the launch offer, so long as this training is on and I'm still talking, you can pay 30,000 naira. But after I stop talking, the price goes back up. That means I'm cutting out a whooping 20,000 naira for you. This offer expires immediately this webinar ends. Okay, it's very fair. Thank you. Thank you. I like this class. So they are very sincere, they are very truthful, they are very engaging. I love this class. I love your class. Okay. So here are the details that you pay the 30,000 naira into for you to join this training, this 12 days and then 2 days extra for live session training. So 14 days in total. Imagine I'll be training you for 14 days and then you still have access to me for another 3 months. It's not easy. So this is the account details that you're going to pay the 30,000 naira into. The moment you pay the money, if you're in the WhatsApp group, post the receipt in the WhatsApp group so that we can confirm your payment and then add you to where you're going to be getting more information on how to start the training. All right, it's the account details. It's a UBA account. You can see it on the screen, but for those who are typing, it's the account number is 230-555-1225. Okay, the name is my name. You remember that long name I called now? Igbanibon Mary Magdalene Korazia. That very long name. Yes, the name is my name. Okay, and it's a UBA account. So please, for those that cannot make payment right now, I also have an offer for you. Okay, somebody says I have. Uh, don't worry, there will be time for questions. Don't worry, I have time for you. I have time for questions. Okay, so just hold on so that I don't miss your question. When it's time for the question, you start dropping it. Okay, so for those that might not be able to have, might not be able to make the payment right now, I have another offer for you. Okay, I will not also make you pay 50,000 naira, because some of you came into this program not knowing that this offer exists, right? So for those who would want to pay immediately after the webinar, I'm giving you an offer for 35,000 naira. And this offer is between now and the next 3 days. Okay. It's supposed to be 72 hours, but we have increased it to 78 hours offer. Okay. So it's either you're paying 30,000 naira now to this account. Okay, it's a UBA account. You can see the account number. If you can't type it out, you can ask in the comment section. Yeah, then I'll type it out. Okay, I'll type the account details out so that you can start making your payments. All right, let me type it out and then mark it. It's a UBA account. UBA, and the account number 230 555 1225, and the account name is Igbanibo Mary Magdalene Grazia. That's my name. All right, so that's the account, the payment details, right? You can see it in red because it was typed by me. So if you have made your payment, post your proof of payment in the group. Okay, post your proof of payment in the group. All right, yes, I have pinned it. Somebody said this is nice. Please, ma, can I pay on Monday? Is Monday within the three days max? This is Friday. Okay, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's still within that time frame. If it's within the time frame, you can actually, you can. Okay, so let's move on. All right, so while you're making your payment, um we're going to be talking about questions. Okay, you ask your questions and I answer, but before then, here are the three options you have, right? You can either pay 30,000 right now while the webinar is still on, or you pay 35,000 naira within now and the next 3 days, or you pay 50,000 naira after the expiration of the 3 days. So which will you go for? Which will you go for? Okay, the group is admin alone. Okay, we'll open it now. We'll open it now. We'll open it now. Don't worry, I would wait for as long as I can so that those who want to go take opportunity or take advantage of the launch offer can go ahead and do that. Okay. So while that is ongoing, so let me know, which one would you like to go for? Is it the 30,000 naira, or the 35,000 naira, or the 50,000 naira? Don't let this opportunity slip away. Sincerely, don't. Because the next time you're hearing about soilless snail farming again, you might be hearing another amount, right? Things are increasing by the day. So in this training, you start a profitable business with minimal investment. Okay. After getting this training, you can start your snail farm even immediately. Because especially those who are doing it with the drum, you don't need time. You just need to go to the market, buy your drum, and then, because I will teach you how you're going to prepare your drum, you already know what to do, right? Now you learn from somebody who is already succeeding in the business. And not just that, you join my successful farmers. Okay, the farmers who I have trained, you also join them. You can exchange ideas, meet people that have gone into the snail farming, how they are doing. Okay, you get access to the international market by me introducing you to export programs. Okay, and then you create the financial freedom that you deserve. Like I said, don't let another day pass you by without joining the MECTES Soilless Snail Farming Program. Okay, the groups will be open. All right. We'll open the groups now so that you can post your proof of payments in the group. But if you cannot post it in the group, post kindly post it to my number, my official number. But those of you in the groups, you can see the admins that are there. So kindly send to any of the admins that you can lay your hands on. Okay. After sending the money, send your proof of payment to any of the admins, or you send it to our official number 080-255-39238. 080. Yeah, okay. Mr. Sheung, I've seen your payment. Okay, so please go ahead and after making payment, drop it in the group. Okay, I've opened the group, so you can go ahead and drop your proof of payment there. And immediately after the training program, I'll start confirming everyone and then adding you to the appropriate group. All right. Please, while we are at it, mind you, none of my admins or I will call you. Okay. We're not going to call you. So some persons might want to take advantage of this and call you and tell you we are having another training, so a code has been sent to you. Please don't believe such things. Okay, do not believe such things. All right, so while those payments are going on, please let us take some questions. All right, while you're making your payment to join our snail farming masterclass today, kindly ask your questions so that I start giving you the answers. All right. Okay, so send in your questions. All right. Send in your questions, and please don't forget to post your proof of payment in the group for those of you that are in the group. But if you're not in the group, kindly send it to our official number 080-255-39238, or you can send it to any of the admins that you see in the group. Okay, only the admins, please. Only the admins. And if anybody chats you up, first of all, go ahead and save this number. Okay, especially for those that are making payments. In fact, everybody in the group should save this number so that you will know when I am the one chatting with you. Okay, you will know when I'm the one dropping a message. Save this number 080-255-39238. Okay, save the number, because when you make your payment, I will definitely chat you up so that you will not think that it's another person that's chatting you up, and so that another person will not take advantage of you and start telling you what you're not supposed to hear. Okay. Okay. No, the going back was not about the payment details. I wanted to give a breakdown of how I started from the soil and then migrated to the soilless and doing it effortlessly. Okay, so questions are now coming in. Yeah. Okay, number one question from Madam Ellen. Can one immediately cook the snails when they die, like in poultry and fish farming, or do we just throw them away? The thing about snail farming, snails, is that by the time you're seeing them, they're already rotten. Yeah. Okay, somebody said 30K paid. Yes, please send your proof of payment to the group and I would respond immediately after the webinar. All right. Immediately after the webinar, I'll respond, attend to your payment, and then add you to the appropriate group. And then one other thing you need to know is when I attend to you, when I confirm your payment and add you to the paid group, please note that every other information concerning the training will be coming from that paid group. Okay, no longer from this webinar group that we're in right now. The moment you make your payment and I move you to the paid group, you'll be getting every information from that paid group. So please, like I said again, go ahead and save my number. So for the question that you asked, if you can cook and eat that dead snails the moment you see them, majority of the times, as at when you're seeing the snail, is already smelling, so it's not something you can eat. All right. Okay, another question. Dupe, which of the numbers is it, the account number or the phone number Please, ma, call the number again. Which of the numbers? Account number or phone number, please? I didn't get the number to save. Okay, the number to save: 080 255 39 238. 080 255 39 238. Okay, now somebody says, how much is the minimal investment for setup? Now, there is no minimal, there is no maximum. Okay, it only depends on how much you're getting your setup materials. Let's take, for instance, those who are going for the arch box system. You find out how much wood cost in your locality, how much a carpenter will charge to construct the pen for you. The only things I have control over, or the only things I know the prices, are the snails, the feed, and the calcium, the egg booster, and then the ant and insect repellent, of which I will give you the price list from let's say day 3 or day 4 of the training. You have those price lists before we even finish the training, so that you know what you're targeting, or you know what you're saving aside for the business. Okay. Okay. Okay, please post your phone number. Okay, I've already. Okay, let me post it. Okay, somebody said I've exhausted my transfer limit for today. Can I do it first thing? If you're doing it tomorrow, then it's 35,000, because this offer of 30,000 only lasts this night. In fact, I can, okay, let me increase it to between now and 12 p.m. Okay, between now and 12 p.m. Anything after 12 p.m. is 35,000 naira. Okay, let me give the official number: 080 255 39 238. This is our official number. Okay, 080 255 39 238. That's our official number. So please go ahead and save it. Okay, 080 255 39 238. Okay, that's the official number. Let me pin it so that everyone can see and save. Okay, yes, I've pinned it. It's at the top of the screen, of the comment section rather, so you can go ahead and save the number. All right. Somebody say, is there snake problem in snail farming? There is no snake problem in snail farming. No. I believe your question is, do snails attract snakes and other things? The answer is no. It doesn't attract. But we do everything we can from the beginning to prevent such things, even if they will happen. Because even if there are no snails in your compound, if your compound is kept untidy, the grasses are not cut, snakes will definitely come in, right? So in order for such things not to happen, we prevent it from every angle. But it is not the snails that will attract the snake, not at all. Okay. Somebody says you didn't complete your official phone number. Really? 080 255 39 238. It's complete though. 080 255 39 238. It's complete. All right. It's complete. Okay. Another question: can you please send us the soft copy of today's training? Now, today's training will be on YouTube. Okay, it will be here on this channel, so you can log into the YouTube channel, the MedTest Snail Farm YouTube channel, and still watch this training again. Okay. Um. Okay. Somebody says, I know snails like soil. How exactly are we going to place them? They don't like soil. No, they don't like soil. They actually, that was our way of keeping them cool. Okay, the soil was our way of keeping them cool. It's not as if they like soil. No. No. Another question. How much is the minimal for startup? I already answered this one. Okay. There is no minimal. Now let me shock you. Before now, let's say like 3 years ago, we were starting snail farm with as little as 50,000 naira. The economy was not this rumpled. But right now, what we could get for 50,000, you can at least, it's still very minimal. You can get for around 150 to 200,000 naira. Now, um, I need you to know something. This is a business, okay? It's not a play thing, or except for those who say, I just want to do snail farming to for me to be having enough to eat. But if you want to go into the snail farming for the business of it and start making money, please take it seriously, right? Take it seriously and ensure that you're doing your best to start well, okay? Ensure that you're doing your best to start well. It is a business. Let's take for instance, you're doing a provision store. Now you rent shop, you buy generator because power failure is everywhere in the country. You buy fridge, you before, in fact, only store and then generator and fridge has taken, if not up to 1 million naira, right? And then before you now talk about stocking your store, that's a whole lot. But in snail farming, relatively within 150 to 200,000 naira, you can start comfortably. Those are for my small scale starters, right? Can I read? Babe, let me move you, man. Hi, baby. Can someone read two different species at the same time? Yes, but you will not read them in the same pen. Me have my baby. My baby. Yes. Okay, this is one of the lovely daughters. She has been clamoring to come to me since. Okay, so you can rear, no, you can rear two different species, but you will not put the two different species in one pen. Okay, you have two different pens where you put them. It's okay, my love. Been a problem. Give her water. Don't bring water. Can the AM and the last one of the breed be together? Like I said, so long as they are two different species, you can rear them, but they must be in two different pens. Okay. Somebody has asked me, can snails cannot crossbreed? That's one thing you should know. So there's nothing like hybrid snail when it comes to snail farming. You know, an hybrid is an organism that was bettered by two different species. Snails do not have hybrids, okay, because two species do not mate. In fact, if you yes, I hear you. If you somebody just said something, don't mind me. If you buy snails from two different locations, they even find it difficult to mate. The same species, oh, maybe you got one from me from Port Harcourt, and then you got another set from maybe Abuja. The same species, you put them together, they find it difficult to mate. Then talk more of different species, they don't mate at all. Rather, it will lead to mortality. Okay. Account details, please. Okay, let me type the account. Has everyone saved the phone number so that I can type the account details and then um, pin it again? Okay. If everyone has saved the phone number, let me pin the account details again for those who are still making payments, because we're rounding off the session any moment from now. All right. Okay, I have pinned the account details on the top of the comment section. So please go there and get it. All right. It's a UBA account. The account number is there. 23055512225. Okay, the account name is Igbanibo Mary Magdalene Korazia. That's my long name. Okay, someone just sent a message. Yes, if you have made your payment, just drop the proof of payment in the group. I will respond. I will be the one to respond personally. Okay. Okay, next question. Where exactly are you at Ruma Hollow? I'm not at Ruma Hollow. It's the farm that is at Ruma Hollow. Me, I live in Rumodumaya. Okay, Ruma Hollow is a Oraka. Please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing the names well. I be your woman, no, and not be from Ikwere or any other one. So maybe I might not be pronouncing it very well, but it's Oraka Hollow. Okay. Can one really do soilless snail farming in concrete pen without the snails breaking their shells? No, the snails will not break their shells. But please, I already told you the number of things you're learning from this snail farming program. You're learning how to do snail farming with drums, with buckets, okay, and with the arch box. The construction and the training for the concrete pen is not involved in this training. I said that from the beginning. Okay, is not involved in this training. That one is my team and I that specifically go to construct it because it's quite dicey. Okay, so okay, next question. And yes, to your question, no, they will not break their shells. Okay, we will not do something that would make the snails to be breaking their shells now. No, at all. Okay. Uh just joined and I'm seeing people making payment. Please, is it for registration? Yes, it is. It's for a 14 days training registration. I had network issues. Do you have farmers in Jos? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Somebody say thanks for being fair. Thank you. Thank you very much. You are being fair, seeing that I'm fair too. You're also being very fair. Okay. Can I use condemned deep freezer as pen? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, while the payments are going on, please let your questions be coming in. We're rounding off by 9 p.m. This is 9 minutes to 9. Okay, so please let your questions be coming in at exactly 9 p.m. We are rounding off. And like I said, instead of the launch offer to last till the end of this webinar, I have increased it to till 12 p.m. 12 a.m. rather. Someone is paying 60,000. Is it for two people? Okay, we'll get all these details later, Sha. If you're making payment for two or three persons and you've sent that money, please indicate the phone numbers that I would add to the training. Okay, after posting your proof of payment, you send the name of the account that you made your payment from. When I ask name of account, most persons tend to call my name. Is UBA now Mary Igbani, but no. When I say the name of account you made your payment from, I mean if you made payment from your account, what is your name in that account? So that I will use that to cross check with other payments and then find yours. Okay. Um, somebody says, okay, I'm not ready now. When I am, I will appreciate being connected to them. Okay, no problem. Okay, you are the one in Jos, right? Yes, no problem. No problem. Okay. I don't just connect people to other people that I've trained because it's their privacy. I will not just share their contact. You will be in the same group with them. So you will just type, okay, I'm in so place. Is there someone like that in this group? Can we connect? Fine. You're connecting on your own basis, but it will be wrong of me to just share out someone's contact to you without their permission. So when you ask in the group, those who are in that region will definitely respond. Do you have farmers in Owerri? Truth of the matter is, I don't think there is somewhere in Nigeria that I don't have farmers. I don't think so. Though some places in the far north, no. I have in Kogi, uh, Nasarawa, Abuja, Jos. I don't think. Okay, I have one person in Zaria. That I can remember. That I can remember. Uh, in the far north, not much. But you see the west, the east, the south, plenty. Somebody, okay, can I use my concrete fish pond? That would now be for the concrete pen setup. Yes, you can, but you will not know how to do it. So for fish pond, I would have to send either myself or my team to come down there to construct it for you, because that one is not part of this training. Okay. Um, Next question. What about Quara? Like I said, when you get into the group, you would ask those who are in those regions will just respond. Now, WhatsApp does not allow people to have more than 1,000 persons in a group. So I have about three different groups now. I think we're loading the third one now. And those other two are already filled up. So the one you belong to, if you post it, you will definitely see people who are in same region with you. All right. I live in Lagos. My area has salty soil. What is the possibility of rearing snail in a place with such soil condition? You're not using soil in this method of farming. Okay. Yes, you can incubate. We incubate our eggs with soil, even in the soilless system, right? But there are other ways you can still incubate your eggs without the use of the soil. In fact, so many farmers. Let me tell you something. In the next 10, 15 years, I believe this soil will totally be eradicated, because when you see the sweetness in soilless no farming, you wouldn't want to do soil again. But by virtue of we being trainers, we still do both, and because we've had experience over the years. Please, can we pay twice? That's a discussion. That's a private discussion. You would have to send me a DM privately. Now, the twice will have to be between this 3 days period. Okay, you can pay half and then pay the other half before the 3 days elapse. Yes, that can be possible. Okay. I would like to promote this your product digitally as an affiliate marketer. Hope to hear from you. Please, you would have to send me a private message for that. I have some affiliates already, but it depends on your region and how you intend to run the ads. I will know if I'm bringing you on board. So send me a message on the phone number I tagged here so we can discuss more. Okay, what if network does not allow one transfer? That's why I'm now increasing it to 12 p.m. Between now and 12 p.m., you should be able to do the transfer. All right. I'm in Port Harcourt. Anybody here? We're not talking about here. Oh, these are people who are just coming into the training. I'm talking about when you've done your training, those that are in the same training class with you. Okay, but yes, there are people here in Port Harcourt, because when I first asked names and where people are chatting from, a lot of persons said Port Harcourt as well. Okay. I've had bad network here. I'm just struggling to catch up. Sorry about that. The video will be up in this YouTube channel, so you can go through it again and then make your payment. We still have this is 3 minutes to 9. That means we still have 10, 11, 12. Okay, we still have about 3 hours for you to make payment, so you can still be part of the launch offer or fast action takers. All right. I mean, Akwa Ibom, many farmers around. Okay. Thank you for extending the time to 12 p.m. You're most welcome. I'm blessed to be here. But when you said 2 live sessions, does it mean I will come to your farm? No, it means we'll have something like this where you can be asking me questions. But in that one, we're having it on Telegram. So you will talk, I will talk. Okay? When you have questions, you ask, then I answer. Ask him if he will eat this one. Can't show you. Okay. Okay, next question. How many snails can you put in a normal butter? What's a butter? I don't know what that is. What's a butter? Next question, please. I joined late, so how much is the training fee? It's 30,000 for now for this launch offer. 30,000. I think I should just write everything now and pin it. How do I do that? Okay. Okay. Next, where is your office in Rumudumaya? It's in Akwaka. Rumudoya is my residence, is where I live. Okay. Akwaka. Don't worry. Okay. I hear you. Yeah, just funny. Somebody say he wants to pay 29,500. Very funny. Why? Why do you want to pay 29,500? um 230,555. The account number is again is first of all is a UBA account, and the account number is 230,555,1225. The account name is Igbanibo Mary Magdalene Kurazia. Okay, your questions can keep coming in. Yes, your questions can keep coming in. Somebody say, how many snails can you put in a drum or 20 liters bucket? Okay. First of all, when you say a drum, okay, 20 liters. No, I have a drum of about 180 liters. You will? Okay. I have a drum of about 180 liters, and I put in around, hold on, please, around 60 to 70 snails in that drum. But what if I like to see your farm? Yes, you can go to the farm. I'll take you to the farm. That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Butter is a kettle. Kettle. I don't understand. Kettle kwa. How do you mean kettle? Okay, somebody say, please kindly clarify what you said about concrete pens. Are you saying you won't touch on how to do soilless in concrete pen? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Okay, good night and God bless you. God bless you too. Thank you. Don't worry, I'll confirm all payments the moment we're done from here. What's the time? Ah, it's already after now. You did not tell me. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate all of you for coming out and for staying till this time. Thank you so much. All those who have made payment and who would make payment, welcome on board. Believe me, this is a very good journey you have chosen to go into this time of the year. And trust me, you make good profit out of it. Please, I don't have Telegram account. How will I join? My phone doesn't accept Telegram. Ah, you need Telegram. Oh. Okay, the training will be on Telegram. You need Telegram. You can actually use someone's own as well. Okay, I don't know if you're okay. If you're a woman, you can use your husband's Telegram. You just need to tell me the account, the name on that Telegram, and I would allow you into that group. So you use that account. Okay, or if you have someone around you that has a Telegram, we need Telegram. The training is holding on Telegram. Okay. Now, the reason we use Telegram is because Telegram has a way of safeguarding our information, not like WhatsApp, where you will come back and say, I lost all the materials. My phone, something happened to my phone, so I've lost. You will not lose any material on Telegram. And another thing, the training material, some of them are quite heavy, and WhatsApp doesn't allow such heavy video files. So Telegram is where we're having our training. All right. Thank you so much. I have tried, Abby, and you all have also tried. From 7 p.m., we've been here till now. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you all in the master class. Okay, the MEGTES Soilless Snail Farming Program. I'm waiting to see you all there. All right, so bye for now. Those who came in late or who were knocked out because of the network, you can actually watch it again here on this YouTube channel. All right, so bye for now. Take care of you. See you all in class. Bye bye. Good night. Yes, good night, and God bless you all. Good night.